Hey y'all, welcome. Thank y'all for being here, Jay. If y'all just came from my other video, thank you for watching that too. So we're going to be talking about find a way or make a way to your goals, to whatever, to anything that you're trying to get to. Find a way or make a way. Now, the reason for this discussion is many people, many ladies have an issue with talking themselves into or out of certain things. But if you find a way or make a way to get to where you want to get, then this problem will definitely be solved. So if you can't see a way, if you don't have any, you know, ways to do what you're trying to do, then make a way. So for example, I always tell people, um, like when they ask me, well, what if I can't find a job, or what if I can't find this, or what if I can't do this? Well, then make it, create it, you know. Um, it's just strange to me that people can go and look for other things, but they can't create it. But at the same time, if you look for other things that have done certain things that you like, then you can learn something from them. And you can say, okay, well, let me see what they did in that situation, or let me see what they would do in this situation. And then you can see, okay, that person, they didn't have this and they didn't have that, but they created something that did even better than having such things. um so learn from the greats. I always say study the greats and become greater, because that was a quote that many people have said over time, one of them being Michael Jackson, of course. So I remember, like, a long time ago, like not even a long time ago, today, there are people that don't have jobs, there are people that don't have a paycheck coming in, but they find a way to get that money. They still find it. They find a way by creating things, services, goods that people might need, or whatever, hustling, whatever they do. And some of them ends up being more wealthy than the person that got a job. So I always feel like when people are looking for jobs, if you're going to work for someone who wants you to own your own business, work for someone who has your best interest in mind, work for someone who's going to teach you, or work for someone who's going to be a great example of what you want to become. And then don't stay there forever. Um, because a lot of people get stuck and they will work forever, and they could have built something by then. So always remember that. Also in relationships, like, I have some notes so I don't go over, because I'm trying to keep the video shorter. um okay, a lot of people wonder what their purpose is. What's my purpose? What do I do? I don't know what to do. What kind of business should I open up? Make a purpose. If you don't have one, make it. And I've said this so many times. If you don't have a purpose, create one. Whatever you're good at, whatever people think you're good at, whatever you're proud of yourself for doing after you see the results, then do that. Okay. Make a purpose until you feel like it is your purpose. If you never feel like that's your purpose, well, then keep making purposes until one feels like that's your purpose, period. Okay. There's nothing to it. That's just it. Um, let's see. Don't have Okay, here we go. Self-esteem. A lot of people ask me about self-esteem, or confident issues, and da 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 da. Do something that makes you feel confident within yourself. Do something that raises your self-esteem automatically. Whatever you're good at, whatever like I said, whatever makes your self-esteem rise, go do those things when you need to feel that boost of self-confidence. If it's listening to a song, if it's thinking about something, if it's a talent that you have, if it's whatever, go do that, and raise that confidence level up at that moment, no matter what it is. If that's what it is and that's what it takes, then go do that. but don't feel like as if sometimes you don't have the self-confidence. It's just you don't have the feeling of it at this moment. So go find whatever makes the feeling. Okay. Um, okay, tired of being judged or talked about. I know a lot of ladies in Level Up always asking me, well, what about if people are saying this and that about me? And what about people that are judging me or telling me I'm doing too much? And blah, blah. Okay. Find a way to make the talk and the judgment beneficial to you in some sort of way. Find a way to make the judgment and the talk beneficial to you in some sort of way, and to anyone who is supporting you or a part of your circle or whatever. Find a way for everyone to thrive off of those who are judging and talking about you. Why? Because if you do, guess what? Well, they're just going to help you. And so by judging you and talking trash about you is basically, promoting you for free. So make sure you sit down with pen and paper and figure out how to make that work for you. And when you can do that, you don't ever have to worry about it again. In fact, you may even start to look forward to it. Okay. And if you don't look forward to that, which is very, weird if you do, at least you know how to create a way to make it beneficial. Because sometimes things just happen, or you create them, or other people want to, cause havoc in your life. So either way, you are going to always benefit and be happy with the results, be prosperous, have the things that you, um, planned for, and things like that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So I'm not. Thank you, y'all. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. I see the donation. Thanks. So let's see. Okay, if you don't have the friends or people in your life that you would like to have, another way to either find a way or make a way with that is to plan, to create the circumstances and plan things to meet certain people or visit certain people or whatever, to get them in or around you, if that's who you want to be around, if that's what you want to do, da da da. And sooner or later, everybody's going to, um, you know, socialize, A, B, C, and D, da da da. So you'll have those people there. Just put yourself in the environment. Just put yourself in the circumstance. Just put yourself in the situation, in the conversation, whatever. But just have yourself there in some sort of way. If you can't do that, then maybe you can figure out what you can do in order to get people with like minds around, whether it's talking to them or just making sure that you're going to be in environments where they may be. If you have a block or something that is keeping you from doing what you want to do, or planning, getting your plans done, then see if that block can work for you. See if that block can benefit you in some type of way. Why is it blocking you? What can you do to create something that's beneficial to you out of that? Because see, most people just see things as blocks, gates, walls. Okay. Well, everything was a block and a gate and a wall before someone created a door. So that's what y'all got to do. Create the door, remove the block. The block is just, something that is a tool if you create a way to use it as a tool. People keep using everything as what it is. Why? That's not what it started out as. That's not what it might end as, baby. Y'all better get it together. If you ever watch someone build something, it doesn't look like anything. It looks like some sticks sticking out the ground. But when it's done, it doesn't look like that. So we can't see that. We can't see things while it's still in the process. We can't see the finished results. And even if we change our mind and go back and change the blueprint, or go back and or erase and, do a different design or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. You're the creator, you know? And too many people are always putting things as if it's this way or that way. No, it's whatever way you create it to be. It's whatever you want it to be. It's however you want to feel that day. It's however you want to be that day. It's whoever you want to talk to that day. There's no blocks, there's no obstacles. All there is your way to create the way. That's it. You know, either I will find a way or make a way, period. So in your level up process, if if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to change the way you dress or whatever, people you hang around, then go out of your way to do that. You have to create a way out of that norm into a new quote unquote norm. Okay. People have done it so many times, especially like if you were young, when you went from elementary school to junior high school to high school, if you went to college, you had to make so many adjustments out of those, levels of, grades, that you are a totally different person at the end of it. And no one would have ever guessed, oh, this little nerdy person over here will grow up to be this person over here. So it's all in every decision that you make and everything that you choose to create along your way, right? Make sure you know that you have this ability, and nothing that people say, nothing that people tell you that you can't do, that's just them. They don't know what you can do, baby. They don't know. They don't know what you can do. And the beauty about it is you can change your mind at any time. You can create from whatever you've created that hasn't been created yet. Right? So keep that in mind. A lot of inventions and creations came from other people's creations that people laughed at. And so this is how we get to where we are now, especially like ladies. Like, think about the fashion. Think about fashion. I know I'm not very fashionable today, but think about fashion. How far it's come because someone created what they wanted to look like or wanted to wear. And then think about the fashion that came from that fashion, and so forth and so on. That's just how everything evolves or recreates itself. Because sometimes we'll have retro fashion, and oh my gosh, I love that. Like, my kids are wearing stuff from the 90s or fashion from the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times that, people will revisit certain things because of what the fashion industry wants to push at that time for some reason or another. Okay. Um, yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm vibing with, okay, so y'all like the message. Great. So always always know that if someone like if you're with a friend and they're putting you down, you can create your benefit out of that too. Like, if you're always with somebody and they're always putting you down and saying bad things about you, you can learn, okay, get you a little notebook. What triggers this person to say these things? Just start taking notes, baby. Observe what triggers this person. Is it when I wear this? Or when I wear that? Is it when I say this? Start studying, because sometimes you don't just get upset with people. You see what their triggers are. And then you can better adjust, or you can help them in some sort of way, or you can avoid things around them if you want to preserve that friendship, or you can say, okay, well, they just crazy, so I'm out anyway. But you still need to know why, because you still need to know why if you really like that person or whatever. So yeah. Also, another way to create something when there's no way, when another way to make a way when there's no way is to, like, just like there's books out, right? There's a ton of books out. People don't have books that, you know, aren't written yet. Why? Because no one has written them yet. Um, I don't know if there was a book out, any books out like the one I wrote or the couple that I've written. So I wrote it. You know, people are always asking me, "What's your favorite book?" or "Is there a book about that?" No, but there might be soon. You know, because people wrote it. Um, it's like we're sitting around waiting on stuff to create itself, but we're the creators. We're waiting on the level up to happen when we are the level upper. We're waiting on people to come into our lives and create this, you know, fairy tale when we're supposed to create the fairy tale, period. So, you know, you shouldn't, like, people shouldn't judge other people for what they do. Hold on, y'all. People shouldn't judge other for what they do because you don't know what they're creating. You don't know what they're creating. And you don't know why they're creating it. And you don't know anything about what their goals are and whatever, whatever. So, never never judge other people who's doing their thing. If they're doing their thing, let them do their thing. You don't know what the end result's going to be. Focus on your thing. Do your thing. Whatever you got to do. Do what you're trying to do. And their stuff won't be as important to you as your stuff will be. And then when it's all said and done, y'all can both look at each other and say, "We did that." You know, instead of, "Oh, I'm mad because you did that and I was too busy judging you to do my thing." You know, make sure you always do your thing, no matter what. Even if you have to take a few minutes to judge somebody else, make sure you're doing your thing while you're judging them. Because don't waste your life judging other people when they're too busy to even judge you because they're too busy doing their thing. Make sure you're doing your thing too. that's that's another way to make judging beneficial. I mean, you can learn from them or their mistakes or whatever they did or what their creations went this way or that way. You can learn while you're creating your stuff and see what you could do different either way, but still make it beneficial to you. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. So, um, yeah, always create what you want to see. Definitely. Oh, thank you, Steph, for the super chat. So I do have a book called "Do What You Love," and it does have a bunch of money making ideas in it. I don't know if it's linked below, but I definitely will put the link below after the video is done. But it's on Amazon. So it's by SheRaSeven, and it's called "Do What You Love." And there's tons of ideas in there. Tons. Y'all go get it. Spark. Um, Another way to make a way when there's not a way is see or find someone who has made a way in the circumstance that you're in when there seemed like there was no way. So go back and like look at other people who have done things that were in your situation, and maybe they can help, by looking at their technique or their creation. Maybe you can help or they can help, whatever. So make sure you do that. Also, um be the cause of your own life. Like, when you don't see options, create options. There's always options. Create them. um yep, create options. Don't just look for them, create them. I always have, like, I guess that's more from my other channel, but there was something that I wanted that wasn't on the market, so I created it. And I don't know if I didn't market it the right way to sell it, and I didn't really push it, but it was something that I use and I need. and I'm sure other people do. I might go ahead and mass market it, but and it came out to be way more accurate than certain other things that were already on the market. So I might just come out with it. Okay. Anyway, I just having a creative mind, it will take you a lot further than having a limited mind, or waiting for permission mind, waiting to fall in order mind. Da, 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 da. Having a creative mind, like it's amazing. It's amazing. I don't like using that word, but you know how on Jurassic Park, the first one, where the scientist, what was his name, Jeff Goldblum, he said, uh, the scientist, life will find a way. I don't care which precautions you take, it will find a way. Period. So that's what you have to. That's what you have to know. And the reason why it finds a way is because a way is created. So I want to like let ladies know, everybody know, create what you want to be. That's how everyone becomes who they are. There's no rules, there's no right or wrong, there's no this or that. Look, get you a pen and paper, create your way into the life you want, create your way into what you want to see, create your way into what you want to be, whatever. Do what you got to do. That's all you got to do, because somebody did it. Someone did it. When you see a bunch of people that are doing the same thing over and over and over, you have to realize that they're not creators. They're just following a pattern. They're following something. Well, if you're going to follow something, at least be creative when you're following. Or if create a new path along the way, create a new way to do things, do something. Okay. You said marrying money is the easiest way to wealth. It is the easiest way, darling. But at the same time, so is creating. Like some people, they may never get married. Some people may not be in the position that they want to be in their relationship, or finding someone, whatever. But they can create other things in the meantime, or they can create a path to whatever they want to do. So, you don't want to work for yourself or anyone. Or then you better find a way to make money in your sleep, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I've been saying that for years. You said, yeah, just think of the most creative things that you can do and write them down and start doing them. No one, just like no one's going to help other people figure things out, or learn certain things. No one's going to help other people create either. You got to do that on your own. So like some people are educated, some people know this and know that, some people don't. So they have to create their way. They have to. There's no other option. So like let's say you I don't know what movie. It's a silly movie, but like let's say you get involved in something, or like you sign up for a certain type of school and you don't know a lot of the history or the background of whatever you're studying. I guess that I don't know. But you do know yourself, and you do know that you can create certain things, and that's what you do. So sometimes, having the best education or the best upbringing or the best knowledge of certain things, or knowing society's rules, or sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes you just create your way and it doesn't matter. And I feel that most people will judge others who are walking a different path or creating their own way and not following the same old blah blah blah, but they secretly wish that they could too. Okay, don't even doubt that they do. They don't even think that they don't, because they do. And once someone does that and gives them permission to also think outside of the box and do what they want to do, then you'll see more people start to do that. And I feel that that's exactly why some people have a different purpose than other people. Some people's purpose are not what you think it is. They're not supposed to just fall in line and be whatever. They're supposed to create a new way of doing things. And that's why they're where they're at. Okay. So, um, make, you know, tips on reinventing yourself. Just do it one day at a time, one thing at a time. And before you know it, everything will be redone. One thing at a time, one piece at a time, baby. Why? Because if you do it too drastically, it's not going to feel authentic. People aren't going to believe it or think that it's, the real you. Da, 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 da. And people need time to adjust. Others need time to adjust to your reinvention. So you got to take it a little bit at a time, So I always say, if you're going to totally change yourself, don't do it overnight, because that's crazy. Like, I mean, I can do that with wigs and stuff, but underneath I'm still the same. But I'm talking about people that go all out and just change everything drastically. That's too much for their mental, for other people's mental. So you got to go gradually, and you have to take your time, and you have to make sure everything that you are doing different or reinventing about yourself is what you truly want, what you truly feel, and if it's beneficial to you, if it's if it's going to work in your lifestyle or whatever. So you have to go slow. You can't just go overnight and be like, bam, look, I'm this new person, and like, I don't know you. It doesn't work that way. Because whenever you see people make drastic changes that quick, people are quick to say, "Oh, what are you doing this for? Who are you doing this for?" They always think it's for another person. Who are you doing this for? Why did you drastically change? Is something wrong? They always jump to the worst conclusions because someone wanted to change quickly. And then that person, then starts to doubt themselves. So you got to change to your own pace. And so that everyone else is also like, don't think that something is totally off. Now, like I said, with wigs and makeup, that's totally different. I'm talking about super change. Like, let's just say you moved, you changed your whole wardrobe, you got a new car, you took a new job or started a new business, like all in the same week. That's too much for a lot of people. Like if you have the means to do it though, because some people do. Like they could totally change everything in 1 week. They got the money to do it, but they don't. Mm-hmm. So I often think about doing the same thing, like with my furniture or the stuff in my house, and I'm like, if I hired a team to come and haul out all this stuff and bring in all new stuff, I would be sad the next day. I would be sad. It would be too much, too quick, too soon. I have to allow things to happen gradually. So, by making a way, like you design one room at a time, basically. Do one wall at a time, whatever. Create a Pinterest board or something and design, the look of what you want to see. And by doing those little gradual steps, instead of like, all at once, your mind is processing. Your mind is processing it. Mm-hmm. And before, your plan, you didn't know how you were going to do this and how you were going to do that. But now you have a plan, you have, your little Pinterest vision board, and now you have phone numbers to call or websites to look up. And now you're looking at samples. Now you're on your way. So make sure you're not just rushing into something because you could change your mind the next day. So make sure you sit with that and let it plan itself out while you create it. Because at any time you could change your mind. Oh, I don't like that color anymore. I think this color would be much better. So sit with it a little while. Because people that make drastic decisions too quick, they could change their mind the next day and be upset. That's why I wear wigs and I don't dye or cut my hair in crazy, styles or whatnot, because I don't want to live like that. Thanks for the donation, Sprinkle. Um, yes. Um, and when people suggest that you do things that you're not ready to do or that you're not comfortable with doing yet, don't automatically 100% dismiss them. Listen to what they say, let them talk it out, whatever. And whatever you need to hear out of that, you hear out of it. But at the same time, don't let them rush you into anything. Don't let them push you in a direction that you're not ready to go in yet. Because if you're not, then what are you doing? You're not doing you. Especially with Level Up. Like, so many women have been watching my channel for years, and they're still, deciding if that's the lifestyle that they want, if that's what they want to do. And then there's ladies who have been watching my channel and have leveled up in 2 weeks and did this and did that. There's different people and different paces that they want to get on first mentally. So with that, I did tell you guys I was going to be doing a mental level up type of self workshop, I said. And I have some wonderful things coming very soon that I'm going to let you guys see. I guess the change that has to happen within mentally for anyone to level up, especially women, because women have so much more pressure on them than men. Like, y'all don't know. Women have the most pressure and the most expectation on them. Like, out of anybody on the planet, a lot. So we got a lot of stuff to do mentally as well as physically, spiritually, all that. So sometimes we feel so pressured to change that we can all at once. I don't feel that pressure. You know what I feel? My perspective is y'all better sit down and wait. I'll change when I feel like it. Okay, I'll change when I want to change, because then I will go full force and I will do it better than I could ever do it by someone else telling me I need to, period. Okay? Because when you feel that feeling, you get up and you start doing what you got to do, y'all better get out the way. Y'all better take notes. But you can't do that upon someone else's current suggestion if you're not ready to do it, if you're not feeling it, and also if you're not mentally prepared to do those things. A lot of people don't know what's mentally stopping you from doing certain things. For example, I always thought about this, and I see other people go through it. So I tend to watch. I'm like I have the ability to do so many things that I do not do because of the people that surround me at this time, because of the current lifestyle that I have right now, because of the age of my children right now. So there are certain things that I just cannot do at this time. Not that I can't, but that I don't want to do. And the reason why is because there are more important things, and my priorities are a lot different than other people's priorities, And so my priorities will not comfortably allow me to do certain things at this time. Now, if I was only focused on what other people thought of me and that I had to drastically change super quick in order to do A, B, C, and D, then my priorities would be in a different order. But since I create my own priorities and put them in the order that I want them in, then you can't push someone to do something that their priorities do not, fit into. Can't do it. People, that's why I asked the question on here. If someone paid for your cosmetic surgery and stuff like that, would you get it? My answer would be not at this time, but I'll take the money and I'll do it whenever my priorities allow it. Because I feel that most people rush to go do stuff because everybody else is doing it, or they feel this way about themselves, or they feel that way about themselves. Da da da. But I say, look, give me the money, and I'll get it done when it's time, when I'm ready. And the reason why I say that is because so many people rush to to get cosmetic surgery or to go under the knife. And then a lot of stuff ends up not panning out as they thought it would be. A lot of stuff is like rushed, or you feel like you should have waited, or things start going a different way than you expected because your priorities may not have been in the correct order to begin with. So make sure you're thinking way ahead about what you're doing. Um, and as time passes, there's going to be more advanced technique. There's going to be more advanced healing methods and things like that. So the only thing you're really waiting for is the technology to improve. I already said, oh, I'm waiting on that Wakanda bed. Y'all know that where you sit on it or you lay on it, from the movie The Black Panther, where you lay on it and it like regenerates you and heals you in like a day or two. Like I ain't finna be out for no 2 weeks. I got stuff to do. Okay. When y'all got technology, quote unquote, to get to all these different places and dimensions and space and whatnot, when y'all gonna get that Wakanda bed? Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all got this smart, what do you call it? Smart dust technology, satellite technology. Well, we waiting on the Wakanda bed, baby. That's what I'm calling it. Y'all can spy on people and look at their toilets and whatnot. Wakanda bed. Okay, waiting on it. If y'all come up with that, then we'll talk about it. But we can do all these things, but we can't do that. We can't do that. No, you don't. Y'all can do it. Y'all just ain't doing it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Anyway, laughing, right? So I'm about to take um like y'all gotta stop all of that. I'm already taken. Ha ha ha. I'm already good. Y'all don't have to worry about it. Um how do you find a reputable board certified surgeon? I don't know. I never looked for one. I don't know. But if I ever have to look for one, then I guess I'll do the research. You just waist train and starve? Oh my goodness. Well, some people have like pregnancies, weight loss, weight gain, and things like that. So waist training and starving ain't gonna fix all the problems, but at the same time, you know, you're fine with that, and it's not worth risking your life if it's not detrimental to your life at this time. You know what I mean? But some people, it is a necessity because their job might require them to look a certain way, or maybe they haven't done the things in life that they wanted to do, and when they imagine themselves doing it, they looked a certain way. Maybe it's what they mentally need at that time, but for some people they don't mentally need those things at that time because of how they feel about themselves. So we gotta realize that too. Some people feel different about themselves. Some people have done those things that they want to do, and some people don't care enough about what other people think in order to look a certain way when your job ain't paying you to look that way. Unless you're getting paid to look a certain way, it's not a huge priority unless it's mental to you. So that's why I put that in the what you call it, community section. That question, just to see what people are thinking. Okay, so Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. I never really looked into a lot of that, like in depth, as most people do. Sometimes, like if I ask a question and they can't give me no straight answer, bye. Look, I've seen too many botched episodes. You think some of my followers or what? Oh well. I don't have followers. They're subscribers. They don't literally follow me around. They're subscribers online. Right. Yeah, makeup can fix a lot for sure. I'm not talking about my face, y'all. But that's a major thing to change, definitely, because you won't look the same afterwards. Some of them might follow you around. Be careful. They follow me around. Hope they're getting paid. Shoot, don't do it. Don't do it for free. Anyway, I know I'll be getting paid to follow people around. If I had that was my job, like how much I'm getting paid. I gotta follow this lady around. And all she do is go from A to B to C. Y'all gotta pay me. Period. It's their passion, girl. Ain't that much passion in the world, okay? Ain't that much passion in the world. For real. um so because I know I wouldn't do it. Not even for Michael Jackson. No. I couldn't sit out there every day to follow him around for free. I need some kind of compensation. Come on. A he, a moonwalk, a hello, or something. So I don't know. Oh, thank you. Sprinkle Sprinkle. Yeah. So I can't worry about what other people are doing. I gotta focus on what I'm doing. Okay. If I sit there and worry about what other people are doing, I won't get my stuff done. I gotta do what I gotta do. Okay. I might do it wrong. I might do it incorrectly, but it's gonna get done, and the results are gonna be good because I'm gonna create a good result. The results are gonna be created by me. Okay, I don't. I'm there. There is no results until I create them. That's what it is. Okay, there are no results until I create the results. I don't go in any type of, you know. This is why I don't like school. Like, you go to school to learn about somebody taught 100 years ago. Stuff changed. Y'all studying stuff from hundreds of years ago, how to do this and how to do that. And you get out into the real world, and people are going to laugh at you. What is that? You know, you must create your way in this world. It's not, you can follow a script, but improv is much better. Believe. You can follow your script, memorize your words, you know, take the wardrobe they give you, or you can create your own. And guess what? Your part in the show or the play or the movie is going to be much more interesting, much more vibrant. Okay. You don't want to be an extra or in the background, or be you. There are no results until I create them. Exactly. So whoever's waiting for results that they didn't create, something wrong with them. Okay. You waiting on results you haven't created yet? Then what you doing? I don't know. Create the results you want. Like, if you want to make something out of nothing, see it first. Oh, I have like 2 bobby pins and a piece of toilet paper. See the finished result of that. What can you make out of that? Oh, I made a new invention. You know, I don't know. But see the result before you even start to create it. I use my mind. I don't need no vision board. I'm like, I see it. Then you can create that. But see it in your mind first, definitely. You see yourself with a certain person, with a certain house, with a certain car, with a certain lifestyle. See it in your mind first. I always say, see that. Get it. Ooh. I don't know why people are negative towards women. All I know is create what you want to see and don't worry about them. Create what you want to see and don't worry about them. Why are we worried about them? Create what you want to see and don't worry about them. If they're not creating what they want to see, then why are we worried about them anyway? Sprinkle. Thanks for the donation. So, I always ask women to think about how they are very creative. That's number one. And how they just change things so much just by being there. Give a woman this and she'll create that. Y'all know the saying. Why are we worried about other things? Why? Just use what you got, create what you want to see, and then let it be. I don't need to worry about what they're doing over here because I'm going to create a whole nother thing that whatever they're doing over there won't even matter to me. Okay? You got to learn how to be like, bam, bam. I don't care. What they doing over there? I don't care. I'm doing something totally different. If that was the case, all buildings would look the same. If that was the case, all cars would look the same. If that was the case, all hairstyles would be the same. If that was the case, all clothes would look the same. We'd be walking around looking like Yeezy fashion show. Okay. We don't need to care what they're doing over there. We're doing this over here. This ain't got nothing to do with that. If they think it do, oh well, we don't. So, a lot of people will try to make you think that they have to do with you or you have to do with them. But sometimes it's just that, a thought. Sometimes people want you to think about them because they want you to not think about what you're going to do. So guess what? That's what you do. You have someone that's a hater or whatever. They don't like you or they don't want you to see you do good or whatever. They're going to try to distract you from keep your creating. So just keep creating. If you find someone along the way that's on your side, on your team, make sure you keep them. If you find someone that ain't on your team and make sure you make notes of that. But at the same time, keep creating. And so the point of the video, somebody asked me, was to make a way. When there is no way, make a way. There's always a way. Always a way. Always. Because you can create it. Always a way. So Just like, think about this. People don't know what distant galaxies look like. They had to draw it out and paint it on paper or whatever to even put it in a location. They have to create, wonder what color that might look like. And okay, where's that light coming from? You know, imagination is how a lot of things get done. Another thing is, like, if you run into any challenges, like if you run into anything that you feel like is stopping you from creating, it's just a pause so that you can become more creative, so that you can look around, take a moment to see something you may have missed, and then create something even more spectacular. Because sometimes people are always trying to rush you to this and rush you to that and get you distracted by this. Sometimes you need to take a second to really see what you can do. And a lot of people don't like that. When you take time that you're supposed to be mad about or feeling blocked by, or, you know, feeling frustrated under, or feeling like you're not getting anywhere. Some people take that as that, but I take it as time to look deeper and to see what I can do in more detail and how I can create something in more detail to be more beneficial, while other people are over here freaking out. Oh, woe is me. What am I going to do? Yeah, I don't know what y'all doing, but I'm over here taking notes, you know, seeing stuff I missed. You know, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Observing, seeing stuff you may have missed, seeing ways to create better than you were going to create before, because now you have this, you know, block, or this time to slow down, or this period to look around. Use it like that. Always use it to benefit you. If whatever you're doing, if it ain't benefiting you, you're doing it wrong. So slow down. Don't woe with me. Be like, oh, bet I could do that, but better. Let me make some plans. You know, don't be like, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Oh, I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. Or this person is this way and this person is that way. I don't know what I did. Who cares? What you gonna do now? What are you doing? I don't know if I'm gonna level up this week or not. I don't know if I'm gonna start that gym membership. I don't know. Look, what else can you do? What will make you do that? What will make other people do that? What will motivate you to get up and go do something? Maybe if I created an app, maybe if I created this, or maybe if I created, this is how it happens. What's gonna get you getting up and doing stuff? Talk to other people. They may have a great idea, and you can build on that or create from that. So, because I know the only thing gonna get me up, I already know. Anyway, see, I have this idea right now in my head. I don't know if it's gonna ever. I don't know if I'm gonna be the one to do it, but the idea is definitely gonna work. Anyway, when we create, how we can turn it into reality without opportunities. What? Without is the word you need to take out. You always have opportunities because you're going to create them. Sprinkle, sprinkle, thank you for the donation, Lynn. You're going to create the opportunities. What did I teach y'all? Create the opportunity. Shoot. That's how you do it. Like, what kind of opportunity are you looking for? Go create it. That simple. Oh, I don't have the opportunity. Go create it. You said like villains stay creative. Yep. Every time you see, that's so true. That's funny though. Every time you see like a villain, they always have the lab. They always have like all these experiments going. They always have like some type of mission going on. You see like the quote unquote good guy, they just sitting there chilling, waiting on the villain to pop off. What y'all gonna do now? The villain had a whole uh, scientific experiment, inventions that nobody else has seen before, put it together in a way no one else has done it before. Why? Because they're always trying to benefit off of whatever they're doing, even if it's wrong. Shoot. And I don't think the only reason I think that they're vilified for certain things is because whatever their reason is, it could be something good, it could be something bad, but usually it's based on a basic need or a selfish need or whatever, which is what most villains are based on, their own selfish needs. But if you think about it, everybody's a villain to some extent. So they're just, making it more drastic for entertainment movie value. um like Wiley the Coyote, for real. You said villains are misunderstood heroes. I think somehow, some way, that's known for sure. The funny thing is, be your own superhero. Shoot, the villain is the superhero if they're smart. Isn't that what? Never mind. The villain is the superhero in disguise. They got two outfits, baby. All right. If you smart, you would have figured that out by now. So, or they friends and working together. Okay. I mean, honestly, and even if they're not friends and working together, either the villain or the hero has become so mentally prepared to deal with the other by making whatever they're doing beneficial to themselves, they might as well be. They might as well be friends. Okay. And I think that's usually what happens. Like, I think that's why a lot of companies merge, because they're so busy competing against each other that they compete against each other so much that they come up with a whole plan to make money off of merging. So eventually they do start to work together in the end. And before they were competition. Why? Because you're going to compete so much, you're going to end up on the same page doing the same thing. So it doesn't matter. That's why we shouldn't compete. We should just do our own thing. You ever notice that some businesses don't have competition or very little competition because they're doing their own thing far apart from everybody else? They're like, oh, we can't really compete with that, so we're going to go do something else. Or we don't want to compete with that, or it's people will know we copy because that's super original, so they're not even going to bother. Boop, boop, boop. You said to compete, you got to participate. Exactly. Look, you can't compete with crazy. You just can't. You can't compete with unpredictable. You cannot compete with people that create as they go. You can't compete with what you call it, improv. You can't, because it is what it is when it is. You can't compete with people that are leveling up, who make it their everyday creation, because you don't know what they're going to do tomorrow. They may do something totally different. They may have a totally different leveled up look today than they did yesterday, but they're still leveled up. There's no right or wrong way as long as it's leveling up to you, unless your life is leveling up, you know, that's what it means. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And always try to be original and a creator. You will always be able to do your own thing, even if you feel pressure from other people to do what they need to do and do what they want you to do. You can always, no matter where you are, you can always step off that path and be like, I'm creator. Period. Done. I think what I want to create. I do what I want to do. Period. And that's what you do because you are a creator. It's what it just is. Like people put so many labels on stuff. Label, 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 label. They put you under so many labels that it becomes a heavy burden on you. Think about this. That's why I don't do labels. They put so many heavy labels on you, you got to carry them all. You start to carry them labels and you start to think they're real. Oh, this is a real label right here. I got to carry this one right here. Oh, I got to do this because other people are doing it. A million people can do something. It doesn't mean that you got to do it. Okay. A million people can go and do this, and you can sit there and don't do it at all and still come out winning. Okay. Why? Because to you, those expectations, those labels, those things do not apply. Why don't they apply? Because you have created a way and another path and another thing that you're doing that does not acknowledge those things. Those things do not fit into your creation anymore. So therefore they don't exist. Why don't they exist? Why, like, just think about this. A lot of the ladies who have leveled up, who have quit their job, who have met someone who takes care of them and da 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 da. Think about before you did all of that, all the stress on your shoulder, all the deadlines, all the scrambling to make what someone gives you for doing nothing, basically, for 2 weeks, all that going back and forth, all that is not real to you anymore. And the reason why is because you created another way. Okay. It don't matter if you're lazy, it's still another way. Okay. Lazy is just another label that you want to put on people who created another way. So that's why I tell people, create your way. People want to call women lazy, this, and that. Why? No, just call us creative, baby. That's what it is. Creative. Creative. Creative is what we are. Don't be mad. If you're a man, just go find a woman who's very creative and observe. Okay? If you can't do it, go find somebody who is doing it and observe. So what they doing over there? Why? Oh, they're not lazy, they're creative. Use your words to benefit you as well. So another good question that anyone can ask themselves who are trying to level up, and What great thing would you attempt if you knew you could not fail? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? And if you knew you couldn't fail, would you believe it? Would you believe you couldn't fail? Would you keep going forward? Would what you wanted to do be so great that it would scare you because there's no way? Well, if you're at that point, start off with small things that you thought you may fail at. And once you start getting those out of the way, checking them off that list, get bigger. Okay? Don't be like, oh, I can't do that or I can't do that. Start if you can't start big, start small or start in the middle if you can start there. Because it will build that confidence and it will build that creativity in order to get there. Because a lot of stuff always seems impossible until it's actually done. Then you're like, dang, that was easy. I thought it would be harder than that. But it wasn't. You know, a lot of people are taking their time to level up, and that's fine, but at least they're on the path. Some people aren't even on the path yet, so it's fine. Make sure, you know, it don't matter. Just keep going. Eventually, you're going to end up where you want to be because you started and you're going. Okay. You can start and end, like you can start and end whatever situation you want. You know, you can start and end it whenever you need to. Why? You can start your level up when you need to. And if something happens or gets in the way where you need to focus on something else, you can stop it and do that. And then you can start right back up. There is no, I failed 100%. I can never do this ever again. No. All you got to do, pause and come back. Just like when you're watching a movie. Hit that pause button and come back. Go do whatever you need to do. Then come back and finish watching the movie. Most people don't apply the same simple things in life as they would a remote control for a television, cable box, satellite, whatever y'all got. Okay. Most people complicate their lives and put different rules on their lives, but will sit there and pause a TV show, go organize this, and then come back and press play. But then act like you can't do that with your real life. You know, sometimes we got to make sure that we're allowing ourselves the same benefits as we do a television show. Okay. So believe that. Believe it. A lot of women always have limits on them because they've been given limits. People in general, not just women, but women feel it more because they're pressured more. Okay. And I'm going to tell y'all, women feel more because they are pressured more. In order to even be taken seriously or to even be liked a little bit as a woman, you got to look a certain way. You got to act a certain way. You got to be a certain way around men. You got to, yes, we already know. I teach it. It's called an act. So you got to be an actress. You got to be humble. You got to look good. You got to be physically attractive. You have to smell good. You have to wear the right clothes. You got to wear the right shoes. You got to say the right thing. You can't be too needy. You can't show too much emotion. You can't do a lot of stuff. Basically, you just have to be a Stepford wife or a good actress. Either way. So, you know, all that pressure on women will result in one or two things. A crazy person, a tick, tick, boom, as mother would say. Y'all know D, which means at any given moment, they're going to just go all off and go crazy. Or you'll have a good actress. Because it is nearly impossible to be all those things for real. Some people do half acting and they pull off the other half, which is kind of cool. But at the same time, ain't nobody doing all of that for real. No one's doing all that. Either they're acting, half acting, or they driving themselves insane. Either way, they're not doing it. So I suggest if you're like if you put so much pressure on a woman, and they do certain things and they act or they create their way out of a situation that they didn't want to be in, or they you shouldn't judge them. Because if you had to trade places, if men had to trade places with a woman, they couldn't handle it. They literally could never handle it. So that's why I would say act, lie, and do what you got to do. Why? Because they would be doing the same thing and worse if they were in your position, darling. So ladies, do what you got to do. And people hate my message because they want women to be a certain way. Look, then go build a robot, baby. Didn't y'all already do that? Where the robots at? Oh, what? It ain't the same? Yeah, I know. Y'all remember when guys would be popping up in the comments, oh, we got robot women now, we don't need you. Okay, bye, fool. Go get them robots. We got replacement women now. Well, good. Tell them I said, hey, I'm going to be out. They'd be like, hi, what would you like for dinner today? I don't know what that is. Here is a list of things that I can cook. Please choose from the options. Anyway, you said they ain't spicy. Them robots ain't spicy? They can't cuss you out? Oh well. Okay, anyway. They can't cuss you out and make you think it's your fault? Well, sorry, I didn't program to do that. Then they okay. It's the little things that you're gonna miss. Don't be laughing, that's true, y'all know it. It's the little things that you're gonna miss. Like, damn, I'm gonna be cussed out and bleeding for something I didn't even do. Come on, robot, do your job. Does not compute. Okay. You said robots are unpredictable. I know, right? You don't even know why you feel a certain way when you're with a woman, but with a robot, you're bored. I know what you're gonna do next. You can't hit random button because like it'll just be the same stuff, just in a different order. So, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's too much stuff for women. There's too much pressure on women. Women are not going to be this perfect thing unless they're acting, and it's just going to be a temporary act to get what they want. And we already know this. So, that's why I say level up mentally first. And then, like, at the same time, you can be leveling up physically as well. But remember, you're never going to be perfect. And even if you think you look good, there's always going to be someone there to say you're not perfect. There's always going to be somebody else saying that person's more perfect than you or better than you. Okay, well, then go get them. Or you could do better. I was like, okay, well, then give me the money. I'll go do better with your money. You can always improve, but there's always going to be people that will find fault in you. So who cares? Okay. Can they afford to even find fault in you? That's the question you got to ask. Can they afford to find fault in me? Because last time I checked, you know, some of these people who are finding fault in women can't even get that woman because her mental level up is high. It's up on it high. So, you can pick and say, oh, this person's not perfect. Oh, they don't do this. Okay, but they can outthink you. They can make you do whatever they want you to do, period. But at the same time, they're not perfect. Okay, well, they don't need to be perfect. That's what that robot is for over there, babe. You want perfect? They go to robot. So Sophia, come on. We're needing perfect right now. Come on, Sophia, get your wig, because they don't like that bald head. Come on, sprinkle. You know how she be bald. Whenever they show Sophia on TV, she ain't got no hair on. Like, dang, I could have threw a wig on her or something. They got the Japanese robots with wigs and looking good. Well, why you ain't got no wig? Shoot. Because we want you to know that we are a robot. We know by the way you talk and how your face don't even look real. You can throw the wig on. It's not going to fool us. Okay, we know you fake. Okay, the ones in Japan is the one fooling people because they got them silicone masks down. So anyway, all you got to do is talk to one to know if it's one or not. Because they're gonna follow rules and do whatever they're gonna be nice and polite. They ain't gonna cuss you out. They're not gonna do none of that. I mean, just imagine the perfect man. Hi, darling. Here are some flowers. Did you have a nice day today? Would you like a massage? Oh, don't worry. I'm taking you out. You will get sick of that. You'd be like, dang. Stop calling me all the time. Don't text back. Wait at least 10 minutes. Come on. So women would be frustrated with that too. There is no perfection. There's only, I don't even know the word for this. There is no perfection. There is only what you create. There you go. What you create from that relationship that has been cause and effect with each other. So what a relationship becomes is what the reaction was to whatever action took place prior to that. Okay. And you can change it up at any time. Just change their action. You said, I'm perfectly me. Right. They're like a little toxic anyway. I know, right? Who wants the perfect, boring robot? Nobody. I mean, every once in a while, you want somebody to, be themselves. You said you're perfect can be someone else's nightmares. Can't take things personal. That's right. Like a boring, blah person would think I was a nightmare. But somebody who was used to living a boring, blah life would find me exciting at the same time, So it could be a sweet dream or a beautiful nightmare. Either way, So is that you said staring at the Mona Lisa every day would be boring. That's why you need a mirror. Okay. So you can stare at yourself and use that mirror to create different multiple dimensions and look at other stuff in different perspectives. So sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, it would be boring looking at that thing every day. That's why you need a mirror. Or some good filters, and you can take a picture of it and change the look up. Too many toxic women like to fight could be using that energy, so draining. Peace, Lord. Yeah, a lot of toxic women like to fight, but you know what? At the same time, you're right. That energy could be used for something else, definitely. I'd rather use it on creating something that I could benefit from. If I can't benefit from fighting, I ain't gonna fight. The only way, and I'm gonna verbally fight. I'm not gonna physically fight. If I can't benefit from verbally arguing or fighting, I'm not gonna do it. Period. If I can't get something out of it, if something's not gonna be improved from it, I ain't doing it. So sometimes women are arguing because they're benefiting. You got to realize sometimes that's why they argue, because they're going to benefit from it. Eventually, anyway. They wouldn't do it and put so much effort into it if they weren't getting nothing out of it. Because I know I wouldn't. I'd be like, whatever, you right. Nah, I'm trying to read. You right. Whatever. Because you wouldn't care enough. Because you're not benefiting from it. So you don't care. I would love to see you do something with. Why would you love to see me do something with that person? It would be an event. Honestly, I think we would actually be friends because we're both. Someone says he's a Pisces. We'd both be friends, except we would probably troll each other. That's the kind of friends we would be, the trolling friends. You know, definitely would be trolling friend. Because like Pisces, they always like each other. Because they're too much alike. Too much alike. Even though if they don't agree on the same thing, if they find something they do agree on, it's over. All right, so they know if they can figure out how to make money off of it, it's over. Please don't forget to press. Oh yeah, thanks y'all. Arguments are for running off Dusty's. Yeah. Y'all are so silly. And you're lucky to have found you. Oh girl, go ahead. Let me see. I guess people are gonna like not everything is easy. Don't ever think just because you create something that it's easy. People that created all these grand things that you see doesn't mean that it was easy. It just means that they took a different path and created what they wanted versus what someone else wanted for them, or what someone else wanted to create. Sorry, I'm trying to someone else wanted them to create for them. Okay, so just remember that. It don't mean it's easy. It just means it's not being created for someone else or for someone else's cause, but yours. So for me, I guess when you start a business, it's the same thing. You see so many people have similar businesses, but you didn't create those businesses, and it's not going to be the same as yours unless you copy whatever they did, which you shouldn't do. So it's definitely going to be different because it's going to be your creation and personalized and all that kind of stuff. Do I ever get bored? Nope. I have too much to do. I have too much to read, too much to organize, too many new ideas to come up with. there are sometimes when I wish that I had there's sometimes where I want to talk to someone on a different level than the people that I have surrounding me. But until, a decent person comes along where I can have that type of conversation, then it's reading and research and just doing my thing. But I do feel like definitely I will always have something to do. Always. There's too much to do in this world. There is no perfection, just perception. That's right. And don't ever think that there is, because there's not. If there was, it'd be boring and nobody would want it. Like, ain't nobody ordering Sophia, baby. And if they did, they taking it back on receipt. Take this back. I don't want it. It's boring. Sophia cannot pole dance to save her life. Sophia cannot twerk. Sophia can no. Sophia doesn't curse me out when I call her bad names, and I'm quite sick of it actually. Y'all know that robot? Sophia doesn't care if I come home late. Sophia just don't care. Sophia's that robot that y'all see on TV when she ain't got no hair. They could have stuck a wig on her. And she's like, "Hi, I'm Sophia. I'm a robot. I am artificial intelligence." Y'all know how men were always saying, "Oh, we got robot women now. What y'all gonna do? We got robots." No, y'all ain't got robots. No, and they can't afford Sophia anyway. And Sophia ain't for rent. She ain't for rent. You gotta buy Sophia. Basically, you gotta marry Sophia, okay? You might as well go buy a ring for whoever, because that's how much Sophia may cost you way more than that. And if she malfunctions or gets upset, you don't know if you're gonna wake up or not, okay? So I guess in that way she is like a real woman. That's the only way though, okay? Um, she got a malfunction to be real. She got a malfunction to be real. Now that's crazy, ain't it? She might terminate you. Oh, she could. You never know. You said they won't be able to afford maintenance at the dealer. I know. Sophia will be missing her arm, just be walking around like, "I can't do any of the tasks that you request. Maintenance update is needed." They're gonna be trying to do it, but it's gonna get done wrong, and Sophia will self-destruct. Oh, y'all crazy. But like honestly, people want to make the perfect woman, and then they realize they don't want the perfect woman. The funny thing about women is they never wanted the perfect man. They just wanted a decent man, or a man that was going to do what they supposed to do, period. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But men over here designing women on computers and measurements and all this kind of stuff. We over here just like, dang, just come home, bring that money, and be good. Be right. Do what you got to do. Take care of yourself. And men over here sitting here creating whole robots of women. That should tell you something. If they got to create a robot of us, but we don't have to create one of them, that should tell you something of the high expectations that men have for women. They got to go ahead and create one. But we created everything. All the people you see on the earth, we did that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That came out of us. So if you want us to be perfect, you came from us. And therefore, if you want us to be perfect, that means you're not perfect if you have to go and create another version of us that created you. So therefore, you're not perfect and we accept you, but you can't accept us that created you. It's very strange. Malfunction. That sounds like a malfunction to me. There are men that will accept, there are men, I'm just saying some, not all, because there's some crazy ones and there's some ones that are really, to be commended. Yes, there are some men that are to be commended. Yes. Y'all don't care. Y'all don't try to make a woman perfect. Y'all like this. Y'all like that. Y'all not trying to find perfection. Y'all ain't doing all of that. But then there's some men that are, and those are the men that can't even afford the perfection. I've seen rich men with lots of money who don't even want perfection. Then you got these broke men who's barely making six figures looking for perfection. What the heck? Oh, I need perfection. I'm up to 6 figures now. Bye. That don't mean perfection, baby. Oh, I'm up to almost 7 figures. I need this type of woman. Okay. Well, that type of woman need this type of man, and he at 8 figures. What you gonna do? It keeps going and going and going. And then you be chasing something you can't get. Meanwhile, you're like, oh my gosh, where's Sophia? I can't even afford Sophia. Oh my gosh. I'm so lonely. But the pressure on certain types of men to have certain types of women is also like, oh, I got to have this type of woman. Da, 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 da. But then when they go out and do, whenever, oh, she's looking for the 8-figure man. I'm only 7 figures. Okay. Because she got you, she could do better. So a lot of men and a lot of women are like bypassing the people that actually have what they want, is what I'm saying. Because it's like, think about this. You ever met someone who maybe you liked and they liked you, but they were so focused on another type of person or someone that was way out of their league or something like that, or they forgot what they look like, their damn selves. Like, do you have a mirror at home, sir? Because I've seen these type of people before. And sometimes they're women and sometimes they're men. It's like, this is what the men will call delusional. Oh, you're delusional. You're never going to get someone like that. Or will you get someone like that, but they can't get someone to like them enough to aim as high? You never know. So if you aim high, like, oh, this is the type of person I want. And yeah, you get them or whatever. But another person just like that man is aiming super high. And they're like, this is what I need. They're going to spend more time chasing than having. They're going to spend more time chasing perfection than having a life or a relationship with anybody. And once they get that perfection, it's going to be too perfect for them, and they're not going to want it, or that whatever the person is not going to want them as they are. So that's what it always ends up as. So that's why I always say, you know what? Work with what you have. Work with what you have. Aim high. And, if they like you, they like you. If they don't, on to the next. There's nothing you can do about it. And if they do like you, see what it's about. Explore it if you need to. If you don't, if you've seen enough, after you decided to explore it, then move on and do something else. It is what it is. So I'm going to go. I didn't want to make it this long, but thank y'all so much for watching and so much for everybody who donated. Thank y'all, all the members who joined. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to do a members only video maybe tomorrow or the next day, sometime this week. And give y'all some more updates and stuff like that. Maybe we'll have some calls. We'll see. On the members only. Maybe we'll do call in. Okay. It's been so long. For real. I might take like a couple of calls. So I'll definitely put it in the members area to say going live at this time. Maybe tonight. I don't like picking times, but I'll try to do it a couple of hours in advance. So just check back. Check in the morning. That's all I can tell you. Yeah. Do y'all want to go live at night so everybody can be home and stuff? I'll try to go live in the evening. That way everybody will be there. All right. Thank y'all so much. Remember, create your way. There's no walls. If there was a wall, there was a wall before there was a door because somebody created the door. There's a drywall before there was a window. Someone created the window. So create it. Create the life. Create what you want. Create the circumstance. Create everything that surrounds you. And if you ever get blocked, create another way. Okay? Bye. Sprinkle, sprinkle. See y'all later, girl. Gentlemen, girls, ladies.